Hello everybody and welcome back to a new Let's Play. Today we start with Industries of Titan, which has just been released on early access yesterday. Quite a promising game as far as I can see. It is though in very early access, so this is not a full Let's Play. It's more like a first impressions of what the game has to offer, just in case you're thinking about purchasing it. And with that, let's start right away. Now we do have the new game option here where we have 3 modes. The game kind of like reminds me of Cliff Empire quite a lot. We do have the standard mode where we can just build a huge bustling city. We can have the survival mode where we can just, build a city and have attackers, and we have the Zen mode where we really just build. In that case here, we go for the survival mode for this playthrough. Choosing next, we have our factions. Right now there is only one faction available in the game, the Landfallers. Starting condition has one headquarter, and as the Titan Gold Rush ramped up, many startups and corporations from Earth, Mars and the asteroid belt have scrambled to snap up ruin-rich land and start their own urban businesses. The Landfallers faction is this swirling, leaderless group of striving hopefuls from across the system. There are people who dream big and have probably tasted failure. They also share a common hyper-capitalist culture. Landfallers are motivated by their perilous position and the powerful rewards of success. Every once in a while, these ventures can be incredibly successful. And this is our faction that we start here. Let's confirm the faction, and we can now choose kind of like our position on Titan where we want to start our colony. And we have low risk for normal menu here. We have the high risk, high reward, so very high rebel camps, very low rocks, very low lakes, and the pioneering terraformer where we really start on completely empty with just the minerals. Let's go with the normal one here. In this case here, I haven't seen any different difficulties there, and the normal one offers us more ruins and stuff like that. No tutorial here. Our corporation that we have to go for, let's just say Niv Enterprise, right? That fits it. So we have the game mode, faction, location. We could go for hardcore mode, so no active pause, game saved only in access, and only one save. And yes, well the hell, let's just go for hardcore here. And with that, these are the settings. Let's start the game. Alrighty, and after this little intro with no music and anything, we're here on Titan. So as we can see right away, we cannot pause it now, can we? Nope, the time still continues. And yeah, we need to start now building our colony here. So we do have a council hall here, a spaceport. They are not available for us. Right now we only have the headquarters and some ruins around that. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting out some survey teams here right to those ruins there as quickly as possible, to see what these ruins behold. Now what we can also see is that the next enemy attack will be in 65 minutes, and that means then a wave of enemies will be arriving here, and we have to fend them off and kind of like, you know, endlessly defend ourselves until we are too weak or too strong. And here we now complete the first surveys. As we can see, we don't have any minerals really. This is the minerals here, this is the isotopes, and this is the waste. So our 3 resources that we have, some credits here, influence up here, and our employees at this point. And let's have a look here real quick. There are no artifacts here. What these artifacts are, we will see in a few minutes. Let's salvage those buildings without any artifacts for now. We can also salvage this one here. So that is the first minerals that we get in here. This one here, no artifacts, is out of our reach. So as we can see here, we have the headquarters, and around that we have our influence area. So that these blocks here around it. If we want to go any higher than that, we have to purchase those tiles here. We have to claim them with influence that is only slowly growing. You know, so that's important. And then we have another one for 20 then that we want to go for, because here we have minerals on board. And here we have the isotopes, and those are the resources that we need. Now over here with this beautiful weather there, we have the headquarters. Salvaging some ruins around them now. We can, yeah, probably salvage this one here too. And this one here. Let's take the artifacts there. For the artifacts, we have to use then over here to, to unlock the spaceport. So we need 2 red artifacts for that. And other than that, everything else here, artifacts later for population conversion then. Now, what we need here is in the headquarters. Let's go into the building. You can go into almost every building, factories and headquarters. And in those buildings you have little tiles here and several floors that you can upgrade to. And here you have factories and stuff like that. So kind of like Factorio, but a bit simpler than that. And right now we do need some storage because we are already full on the storage. So let's go for a medium storage container here. And my people, my employees, are now transporting that and building it. And they have a name, as you can see, OQ, and this is Liz. And these are just some basic employees here working for us. There's the storage, and probably also go for some waste storage containers here, because we're producing waste with every building that we build, every ruin that we get rid of, and we need to store that, otherwise we can't do those things anymore. And there we have the first storage containers, and as we can see here now, we have the amount of things that are stored in there, and the storage container medium will be able to hold quite a lot of resources, and my employees are now getting the resources lying around here, delivering it to the storage container. Let's salvage this building here, and there we have 3 red artifacts. That's very cool. So let's claim this one here and extract those 3 artifacts. An employee that is available now is going over there and just salvaging the building. And while that is happening, let's build our first factory just around the headquarters. Here we have it. And in this case here, we can have several of them, but we're starting with 1. Actually, I want to wait for that plot here to finish because I would like to have my first factory just beside our headquarters then, or something similar like that. It's far away anyway. There's still, I think, waste lying around here. Do we have waste space available? I don't think so. Nope, waste is full, so let's build a few more of them. Storage is also coming pretty steep in there. Let's build a second smaller storage container there in our headquarters. Up here we have now emptied the artifacts and we can now unlock the spaceport. And with the spaceport, we now have the ability to enlarge in our population. As we can see, there's several ships now coming in from Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Lunar, and Venus. And they're en route. And once they're here, we can purchase then kind of like citizens for influence, right? But we don't have any living space for citizens yet. So that is our next goal here. And in that case here, no one is taking the waste that I've got here. Now we have it. Very good. So now that plot is empty, and let's build our first factory here. Coming up, costing us some materials, some isotopes, and we do have the influence probably, yes, for this patch over here where we have the minerals. Now we can assign one of our employees here for that mineral patch. So whenever an employee has some time and we have some storage, they're just going over here and collecting us some minerals that we need for, well, basically almost everything that's in the game. As you can see, now collecting minerals, just like that. While our factory is being constructed. Now, very good. Coming up there. I think there's always bad weather. Ah, now just as I said it, the rain is gone. And in the factory, we're going to start now our bigger city management, kind of like that. We want to have our citizens and stuff like that, but it's still taking us a bit of time here before that constructs. And while that is happening, let's survey some more ruins around us. This one and this one. There we have some minerals, lots of them actually. There we have another one. There we have another one. As you can see, my employees are now scanning those ruins here, so we can see what's behind them. And there the factory is completed. Now what I'm doing right away is I'm going to upgrade that factory. It only cost us 2 isotopes. We have, well, not that many of them, but we don't need it for much else. And in that case here, I can upgrade it to level 2 right away. That means we're going to have 2 floors in that factory here. And I'd rather start with that. So when I go into that building now, I think I can't even go in there now. Right, not while it's being upgraded. And upgraded buildings look really cool. They're getting taller too, as you can see. We do have a bit of influence again. Do we have some artifacts lying around anywhere? There's a red artifact or some isotopes, so I'd be very happy about that. One isotope here, 4 isotopes here. Let's take this one there. Very, very useful. And there is a level 2 factory now coming up. We have 54 minutes left. There's the factory. Let's go in there. And as we can see now, we got 2 floors here. And the second floor is even bigger than the first one. Now, in those factories, we start like our colony. And in this case here, what we need first is a fuel fabricator. We take the big one there right away. Costs us 10 minerals, but we have enough of that anyway. And we just build it over there. And the fuel generator, well, is really just producing fuel. And it doesn't even need anything for that. Really just the fuel. My people are delivering it. We do need some fuel tanks here too. What makes it a bit convenient here is that resources, the minerals, are just taken right away when I place those buildings. Makes it convenient to build. And we do need an energy generator. And I'm going to for the large one here right away. You know, I don't care about small and medium. We're just going with the highest one here, producing maximum amount of energy. And a medium battery that we can place in here. There we have now our fuel fabricator, producing us some fuel there, and that fuel is then stored in those tanks. So this is already full, and this is already piling up there. And the energy generator is then using the fuel and producing energy with that. Right, while that is being constructed, I do need more minerals. Right now, we're not having that much. I do have a bit of influence again, so up here, we could go for another mineral patch. Let's do that. And let's get 1 employee here too. So we got now 2 of them with employees getting us some minerals there because we do need lots of them. Very good. This one's already working hard there. Energy generator, 1 more mineral coming up now. Pretty big building, right? And there it is, already up and running now, producing us 9 energy, so the highest amount that you have. And well, what we need now is, in this case here, we cannot just go to the second floor and start building our habitats. We do need to deliver that energy up there too. And for that, we'll need an energy relay. That is just, you know, distributing the energy, as the name says. So over here, we can take that. 1, and then we need the industrial outlet, and the industrial outlet then is transporting that energy outside or within the building. There we're going to have 1, right? So they're really cheap. We can just place them. There we have the energy relay, and there we have the outlet for some minerals here. Now up here, oops, in the second level, we do need another industrial outlet. So I'm just going to have 1. Let's build the habitat first, right? We do need, let's see, let's have 1 here. Well, let's actually have 1 like this, yes, and then 1 here. That's fine. And then we can have the industrial outlet, probably here. That's fine. And then the energy relay. We can have a large one too. Taking too much space though, so let's just keep it like that. And as you can see now, this one here fits then. It has to cover this one here, the industrial outlet, and the habitats. So when we place it here, once they're finished, it can then distribute the energy to that level here. We still have 47 minutes, but we should hurry up at this point. 2 habitats are now ready. Both of them can house each 2 residents. Mineral-wise, we should be careful too. There we have the industrial outlet. As we can see, it has energy because it's glowing. And there we have the relay, and now my habitats here do have some power. Very good. But that's not enough. Right now we have some empty habitats there. So let's go back to the city and have a look at our spaceport. At the spaceport, what I can see right now is we do have Lunar here docked for another 28 seconds. For 12 influence, we would get 3 citizens right away. And here we would have 1 citizen for 8 influence plus some isotope. right? This is a good spot here. Let's take this one. Let's purchase it. And now the ship is coming down here and we get our first citizens. We should be able to see them. There they are, coming out. So those citizens, they glow differently. They glow blue and they have like a green glow on them. And those 3 citizens are going for that now. Let's take this one here too. We have the influence and we need exactly 1 more, right? That's that. Getting some isotopes there doesn't hurt either. And let's go to the 2nd floor. And as we can see now, they're living in there. And 2 for each of those habitats. Now, what can we use the citizens for? Well, for making money. We do need credits. We don't have any credits yet. We do need credits to unlock new buildings and to build up our defense and repair buildings. And in that case here, yes, let's go for Monetization Station. Now, that one here is pretty cool. So, idle citizens will watch ads to generate credits. Oh, that just reminds me of YouTube. So in this case here, we want to have these monetization stations. Let's have 2 here. Let's make this as close as possible. We do need another energy relay on this side here. Right, for those guys here. So that's 2 of them. They cost me 6 minerals each. So we do have 4 citizens. We can have 2 more of them actually once we have more minerals. Now it's being built. And what I can see is here, waste is lying around. So we should go to the 1st floor here and, well, start storing some waste. Because we can't have that lying around here. People don't like that. Coming in here now. Very good. Monetization Station. And there's the first one coming up. Doesn't have any energy yet though, because this one here still needs to be built. The energy relay. There's the next one coming up. Perfect. Having 2 more. And what I can see is that we really don't have that many minerals. Should watch out for that. There we have the relay. They're active, and as you can see now, my citizens are going for that monetization station now and start watching ads and thus producing us some cash. So here we can see it now, +2, and there the credits are flowing in now. Of course, there are buildings that cost me some credits and stuff like that. So in this case here, we need to keep a positive balance as usual with those kind of games. Watching it now, and down here when I can see at the energy generated, we can see that energy used 4 out of 9. In that case here, that's fine. And global fuel usage is 3 out of 5. So if we build a second large energy generator, we do need another fuel fabricator. Right, so that's happening in the factory, and we do accumulate quite a bit of waste now. So it's getting up there and slowly starting to clog up my inventory. We can't have that. So what we need is a smokestack. This one here. This one gets rid of all the waste that we have. And let's unlock it with 100 credits. And we do need a few more minerals. In that case here, I hope my employees are collecting enough minerals there. As we can see, they are. We do have the mine here too, so that's something I want to go for next then as well. Right now we want to build that smokestack here. It does need energy. Now for energy, we do need the power, the energy pylon here. Right, does not require energy, but pylons relay energy from energy plants to other buildings. And in this case here, we can have one here. Right, so this one now is transferring all the energy in that area from the factory where we're producing the energy to the other areas here. And we can then have a smokestack here. Why are we not doing the smokestack here right away? Because it pollutes the air, so we don't want to have that so close to the factory. In that regard, we have to put it away as far as possible from the factory. Otherwise, we pollute my people there. We can't have that. Right, so that's that. Let's see, ruins. First of all, we do have the council hall, 300 credits to unlock that. It's not that bad. We have 13 minerals waiting here, 32 minerals waiting here. Let's take this one here. Lots of minerals waiting in that ruin. The isotopes, well, that is 40 influence. We don't need to go for that now. And there we have that. So we should have lots and lots of additional minerals now. We can build the smokestack. This though does require one employee to work on. You know, so I can't just have as many as possible of them. It does consume one of them. I have 5 at the moment that are available. Right, they're delivering that, and while they're doing that we have lots of minerals available actually, but it's taking a bit of time there for them to transport that to my factory because we do need more monetization stations. We can have 2 more, otherwise those citizens are just lying around. And there we have the smokestack. We can assign now an employee to that, and now there we have one. He's working there now and he's just burning the smoke away and polluting the atmosphere with that. And since we want to terraform Titan there to a more livable planet, I don't think it's the worst part here, the worst thing. Let's go back to the factory. We do have the minerals. Let's go to floor 2. And here we have the monetization stations. Let's have 2 more. And there's the second one. Very good. So we have then 4 of them working for us here, producing us some credits. Now the other thing that we still need is the conversion capsule. The conversion capsule is... oh, I cannot build it here right now because of the waste. With that we can generate new employees out of citizens. Risky thing from both sides because we do need the citizens for the credits, but we do need the employees for, well, building and mining and stuff like that. So we need to keep a balance there. Right now we have 5, we have 4 available to us, and one of them has a full-time job, so far it's fine, but we should watch out there. Right, the next monetization station is finished and the last one is coming up there now, and that means now we have 4 credit producers here for us, watching ads all day long to produce us some credits there. At least I have it comfortable in here, because trust me, outside here it's not looking that comfortable. Over there the minerals patches, very good. And here we have the isotope patch. So in this case here, let's claim it for some influence and have another employee work on that once he has got the time for it. They don't need to be connected here, our parts there, but the isotope we still need from time to time, especially for upgrading those buildings here. We could upgrade the factory already to something even bigger, but in this case here I think it's better to just build a second factory beside it then. Very good. And there the isotopes are being produced. Now what we can do up next is, let's have a look at the factory again. I think energy wise we're looking fine so far. Nope, we are not producing enough energy anymore, so let's have a medium generator and let's just squeeze it in here, right? We can squeeze one in here and have another battery then available. Here, so that we produce enough. What we can see right now, what we can hear is that it's not producing enough here because it's like flickering there, and up here, actually up here everything is fine. And then the next one is coming up. Very good. Now, one reason why we do need so much energy is for our defense turrets that we want to build. Let's unlock the council hall here first. We do have the credits. With that, now we can invest something like minerals or isotopes or credits for influence directly, you know, so we can get more influence out of this one here. And we do need the influence then, for example, to expand our territory. And in that case here now, energy use 10 out of 15. Let's have our first turret, right? Because we get in 90 minutes, we get the first attack. And in that case here, we do need a few more minerals. So let's claim something where we have lots of that. Lots of minerals available. 14, 13, that's fine. Let's claim this one here and get it. It's a long way there for my people. I think what we can also do is having the mine here, right? So this is then extracting minerals and isotopes from nearby resources automatically with only one employee required. And let's go for this one here that we need to survey. I'd rather have 2 or 3 turrets available. It costs me 4 energy. Now we can afford 1 with the current production that we have. Let's have a look down here again. We should have, let's see, we should get another fuel fabricator, a big one, that is. So over here, right, and then we have another large generator, power generator. If we can squeeze one in, we can't, so let's have a medium one that we can squeeze in. Here. Right, reason for that is we do need the energy for the turrets. Building them does, though, consume quite a lot of minerals there. Let's claim this one here. There's some minerals waiting too. That ruin here. And this one here, I still want to wait for the survey to end before I purchase it. Oh, that's lots of ruins there. 35. Let's take this one here too and salvage it for even more minerals. Right here. So the next energy generator is finished, meaning now another 6 additional energy. So that means we can have now 2 military turrets there. Let's have the first one once we have the credits, the minerals up here. We need to wait for this one here. Do we have the storage? Oh yeah, storage is getting fuller. Right, there's one full now. We do have 30. Very good. And let's have our first turret over here. Does the turret need something? It does need an employee. So we only have then 3 employees available after this. And after a little bit of time, our first defensive turret is coming online here. Beautiful. It just needs an employee now. So we activate that. And that should be it, right? It has everything, and there it is. Majestic as it looks up there, higher than my towers there already. So something like that. And while we wait now for the attack, let's just have a look at the buildings that we still have available. So the mine would be something. Then up here we do have quite a lot of power options. So the energy plant and the fuel turbine. And for population, residential and office is something. So we can build a whole city then. And not having the citizens housing in factories, of course, because the factories therefore usually for some energy production, stuff like that. Hopefully we can gather now another 15 or 14 minerals before the attack happens, so we can have a second defensive turret up and running before that happens, because I think one will not be quite enough. And with that, see you in the next episode.